it's time to use the bolts. You will see that they are not of equal length. So the long one will go at the bottom over here, calling it this the bottom at this point, and the shorter one will be connecting the skinnier portion or the top connectors. You want to check that your bucket and your bolt assemble very well, that they are connecting. That will help you to deal with potential surprise. In fact, you probably want to use the bolt and the bucket that you have identified as the combination when you're assembling. Once you know that these are working, put them aside and you'll use them together. Check, here is my connection. If I can connect right there, it's meaning I am able to put stuff in and hope that line up will be okay. We'll need to use this bolts. It's very important to put the bolts into the hole to ensure that this line is looking at you. You should not put it this way, because then you'll have to flip the chair and try to remove it, because you'll be tightening the connection later on using this particular line. So key to make sure that this bolt and this thing line up. So as you do this, you have to connect a little bit more. So I put it in, and if line looks straight facing the bolt, you will be able to connect and screw in this bolt. I'll go to the next one, same thing, line it up, push it in, drop it, and now this connection will go in. Sometimes it doesn't go all the way the same way as it did on the previous one. This way you're going to use a hexagon key, 6 angles. You'll be able to connect inside to make sure that you avoid breaking the grip over here. To screw the stuff in, you must push, hold, and then rotate. If you don't hold this, you may break the grip, and it happened to me before, so then you'll have to replace this bolt. It will take the time and it's not fun. Don't tighten it yet all the way, keep it still free and go to the next one. So now I'm gonna use the longer bolt, and I'll do the same thing in the button. Can drop it, and if I need to push it in a little bit, so I push in my bucket and get the stuff in a second. Let's twist and let's work with the shorter ones, the shorter version. Same thing, bolt, drop. If it did not line up correctly, you can use one of those screws to make sure that you line the line against the bolt better, and we'll go from there. Now a shorter version, lining them up. This one is connected. All right, so I have connected most of the bolts, but now I have 2 of them, this one this one, and this one that requires a little bit more finesse in assembling this, because it's a kind of made by hand, so sometimes you need extra assembly. So how we're gonna do this, I'll show it to you in a second. Check, here is my connection. If I can connect right there, it's meaning I am able to put stuff in and hope that line up will be okay. So I'm just gonna do it immediately from a side. I'm gonna take this bolt, this screwdriver, and slowly put it in with the line lining up. Trying to connect. The line and see if it takes. So it looks like it's there. Question is how good. I'm gonna test it with 1 or 2 twists so I don't break the bolt. So all the way in and pushing in so there is no pushing it in. Like maybe facing the same issue with this particular chair. So the key is not to break the connection, so you have to push it all the way in, and when I'm twisting to avoid to break the grip, I'm holding this. Continue to push it in and retaining until we get through it. Looks like we got through this and able to connect. So as we assemble all components, now we can start tightening in the rest of them all the way in. So again, push. Once you push it in, then you twist. See, I'm holding this, so not to lose the grip and not to break the grip too. Okay, once this is done, now it's time to flip it and connect the seat.